Whether it's a cracked natural nail or a broken extension, I'm going to show you how to fix both using our nail rescue patches and gel polish. So our first nail, we've got two nails that I've got a crack in my natural nail, I've got a crack in my full cover tip. So I'm going to show you first how to repair the natural nail. So we're going to start by pushing back the cuticles. So same kind of a process as you would be doing for really any other gel polish application, enhancements, things like that. We're going to go in and we're going to prep the surface of the nail. Now, as I'm prepping, I want to start by avoiding this area where the crack is because I don't want to make that any worse and I don't want to actually rip off that edge. So I'm going to start up around that cuticle area, coming right into that cuticle area, and then just gently feathering through the rest of the nail. Now again, I'm going to kind of avoid this area down here. So we're going to work up and around there. Now I do still want to prep this, but when I prep this, I actually want to work in the kind of a reverse direction than what I normally would. Normally I would be working through here, but again, I don't want to pull that little crack. So I'm actually going to turn my handpiece around and I'm going to work from the left to the right and just gently coming across that area. I don't need to prep a whole lot, but just enough to lightly remove that shine. And if I need to, I can come back in with my diamond bit if I need to get a little bit closer. So it's going to be a little bit easier to prep with that diamond bit as well, especially around that cracked area if you need to kind of work through that area, or even again coming back across that area. By using that diamond bit, it's just going to be a little bit easier to get a little bit more detailed into that area. We'll go ahead and dust off the nail. Again, when you're working on a cracked nail, you want to be careful that you're not going to be doing anything that's going to pull that crack even more. So I'm going to make sure that I'm brushing basically with that crack so it's not going to pull that natural nail. We'll grab our swipe, put a little bit of swipe onto our manicure brush, cleansing that natural nail, again brushing in the direction that the crack is going so that we don't pull that natural nail. Once the nail dries, we're going to use our protein bond and we're going to brush from the center of the nail back towards that cuticle, making sure that we're not flooding the product onto the skin and making sure that I get that right through that whole cracked area. Now, if you feel like you need a second coat of protein bond, you can do a second coat for a little bit more adhesion, but I think for today, one coat is going to be just fine. So we're going to start with our base gel, and this is just our traditional gel polish base coat. And I just kind of want to keep an eye on that cracked part. So I want to make sure that that crack is actually meeting up with that natural nail. It's not going to be higher than the natural nail and it's not going to be lower. So I'm going to polish on a coat of that base coat. And again, we're going to go from cuticle to free edge, tuck right up into that cuticle area, all the way through that nail. I did get a tiny little bit on the edge. I do want to make sure that I clean that off. Now I am going to grab a couple of different things. I'm going to grab my tweezers and I'm also going to grab my touch cure light because I want to make sure that the little piece of that natural nail is secure to, the crack is secure to my natural nail. And again, it's not lifting up or down. So I'm going to turn my touch cure light on and then I'm going to use my tweezers and I'm going to hold that piece of nail into place to make sure that that natural nail is lined up with, or that cracked piece is lined up with my natural nail. And I'm just going to gently, slowly go under the light to kind of freeze that into place. And this is just going to hold that little tiny cracked piece into place. Now you can put this directly into the full UV LED light if you want to, but I find by using the touch cure light, I'm able to use my tweezers and really adjust where that little crack is so that I can get that natural nail to meet up exactly. But once I have that set into place, I will go back into the full UV LED light for a minimum of 30 seconds to a minute. Okay, so once that base coat is cured, then we're going to grab our nail rescue patches and I'm going to set that right onto the nail, right through that little cracked area. Now I kind of want to make sure that I'm getting this nice and straight on there, right where I want it. It's got a little bit of static cling, but touch that down and we'll set that right onto the nail. And I'm going to use the back side of my tweezer to really secure this down into that tacky surface on our gel polish. So again, just that base coat, really sealing that down. And I tend to start from the center and then work out to the sides so that you don't get those little wrinkles in there. Just really pressing that down, securing that really well. Same thing on this side. I'll come from that center, work down to the side, get those little wrinkles pressed out. And you want to make sure that you're sealing this onto that nail as best as you possibly can so that there's no little air pockets or anything like that under there. Working that all the way through. Now, normally if you were just applying the rescue patches to the natural nail with your regular polish, then I would suggest grabbing your file and you can just file right down that edge to remove the last little hanging piece of that rescue patch. But because we've got a gel on here, we've got a little bit of a sticky surface, we don't want to be filing and putting any dust onto that nail. So I'm going to grab my either fingernail clippers or toenail clippers, and I'm just going to go through and I'm going to trim off the edge of that rescue patch. So anything that's hanging off the edge, I'm just going to trim off. I'm not trimming the natural nail, I'm just trimming off the edge of the patch. All right, so one more time I'm going to use my tweezer to go through, secure that down as best as I can. Now, if you do feel like you need to use your finger to press that down, I like to grab a form and just take that little centerpiece out, stick that onto my finger, and then I can use that to go through and secure that down. This way I'm not touching my skin to that rescue patch and I'm not touching it to that gel polish, but I'm going to still be able to use my finger with a little bit of pressure to make sure it's nice and adhered well. All right, once we have that on, I'm going to go through with a second coat of my base coat. Now this is going to really seal in that patch and give our nail a really good secure fit. Now, when I'm doing my base coat, I don't use a lot of pressure with my brush. I'm not sure if you can see this on camera, but if I don't apply enough of that base coat, you're still going to be able to see a little bit of a ridge right through there. Okay, so I want to use just a little bit more of my base than maybe I normally would with a regular gel manicure. So almost floating that on there, not quite, but almost. So we're going to cure this for a full 60 seconds. All right, so our nail is fully cured out. I did cure that for a full 60 seconds. At this point, you've got two options. If you feel like the surface is nice and smooth and you don't see any of that, any wavers or anything from the rescue patch underneath, you can go right into your gel polish color. Now, if you do see any little wavers, you could do a couple of different options. You could add one more coat of the base coat, and that will usually seal that up and kind of smooth out that surface. If you need to though, you can go through with your manicure cleanser or your swipe, cleanse off that little bit of a tacky surface, and then you can go through with your 180 file buffer combo. You can smooth out that free edge a little bit, catch anything around the edges, any of those last little bits of that rescue patch that may have been hanging out. Then you can go through with the buffer and smooth out any edges. So if you do see a little bit of that rescue patch under there, this is going to help to really smooth out that nail surface so that you don't see that underneath when you do your gel polish. Now you want to be careful that you aren't doing a lot of filing over this, because all we've got right now is that thin layer of the base coat over it. So we don't want to be filing down into that rescue patch. We just wanted to create a little bit of a smoother surface so that we don't see it. And I am going to go back through with my 180 file side just to make sure I've got enough texture on that nail for our next layer to adhere, because we don't want too smooth of a surface for our gel polish. Dust off that nail. We'll cleanse this with a little bit more swipe. Now, if you feel like you need a little bit more support or a little bit more durability, you could go back in with another coat of the base coat. Or if maybe you did file a little bit too much and maybe you're seeing a little bit of that mesh through there, you could again go through with another coat of the base coat. Or I'm just going to add one more quick coat of our protein bond, and then we're going to go into our color. So a couple of different options. Use whatever works for you, use whatever is going to be best for you. Again, one more coat of the base coat if you need to, or we can just go right into our gel polish color. And we'll go ahead and polish on 2 coats of our color, curing each for 60 seconds in the light. And I'm polishing on nice, thin, even coats, and I can cap that free edge a little bit if I feel the need to. And again, we'll go in for 60 seconds. We'll do our second coat. Again, nice and thin. We'll cure that for 60 seconds. All right, our second coat of color is cured. We'll go ahead and seal that with our top coat. Again, capping that free edge if you need to. And we'll do a final cure of 60 seconds. Okay, so our nail is fully cured out at this point. There's no tacky surface to cleanse off. But if you didn't do any of that filing and buffing after the base coat, if you need to, if there still is a little bit of a rough edge from that rescue patch, you can grab your 180 grit file and just clean up gently around the edges to remove any last little frayed edges that are around there. Or if you need to, smooth out anything around those sides. Okay, so that is our first repair. Now, our second one is if you have a crack in maybe a full cover tip, or if you have an acrylic on here or a hard gel on there, you can definitely repair this as well. And it's gonna be kind of the same process, but I am gonna go through and remove the gel polish before I do that repair. So we're gonna switch to our safety bit coarse. I'm gonna grab my dust collector and we're gonna work at about 14 to 15,000 RPMs. And we're just gonna go through feathering through. Now, so similar to when I was filing through the surface of the crack on my natural nail, I still wanna be a little bit more careful when I'm working around this area here. So when we're working around that crack, I still just wanna work very gently right through there in kind of shorter strokes. And if you need to, just like we were working on that natural nail, if you need to, you can turn your bit around and come through from the opposite direction. I do want to make sure that I am getting that product removed right through that cracked area. Okay, once I have that, then I can work a little bit quicker all the way through the rest of that nail. So once you've got your gel polish cleaned off of there, make sure to go through, push back the cuticles, and then we'll use our medium grit sanding band and we'll go through and prep that whole surface. We're gonna work at about 5,000 RPMs. Going right up into that cuticle area. Prepping that natural nail, any of that natural nail that is showing through, go through and prep that. And also removing those last little bits of gel polish that may be on the nail. Now again, notice that I kind of avoid that area as I'm doing my prepping. When I'm prepping that area, I want to slow down a little bit just to make sure that I'm not causing any more issues or I'm not pulling on that cracked area anymore. And again, sometimes I will turn my handpiece around so that I'm going in the direction of that crack and it's not pulling that crack even more. Okay, so at this point, we're gonna dust off that nail. We're gonna cleanse with a little bit of our swipe. Now, when we're working on the tip, it's not as delicate as that natural nail was, so I'm not super concerned about pulling on there, but I still want to just be careful just to make sure that I'm not going to crack that even farther. So I'll allow that nail to dry. All right, so our nail is fully dry. We're going to apply another coat of our protein bond, again from that cuticle all the way through the free edge. Now at this point, you've got a couple of options. So we can do the same application that we did for our natural nail just by using our base coat. Or if you feel like you need a little bit more durability with the enhancement, you can use the fiber gel as well. So your choice as to what you want to use. For this nail, I'm going to do a combination of the two. I'm going to start with a coat of our base coat. Nice even base layer all the way through. Make sure any of that product that gets on the sides, make sure to clean that off. And I'm just going to make sure that that tip is stuck down right underneath there. So just like we did with our first nail, I'm going to grab my touch cure light. So we're going to turn on the touch cure light. And again, I'm going to grab either my tweezers or my magic wand. And I'm just going to make sure to So hold that little piece in place so that way it's really adhering to that crack. So it's basically sealing that product and sealing that tip to the nail. So basically just sealing right through that crack. Okay, once I have that just kind of sealed and held into place, then we'll go into our UV LED light for at least 30 seconds. So our nail is cured out. We're gonna go ahead and grab one of our rescue patches. Again, I like to use my tweezer, peel that off, and we want to make sure that we're getting that right over that cracked area. Just going to lift that up a little bit, make sure it's nice and smooth. Using my tweezer to just smooth that right down and making sure that I'm coming all the way through that cracked area. Go ahead and grab our nail clippers and just snip off those last little ends. And once more, we'll grab a form if we need to, if we want to use our finger to smooth that through. Again, making sure that I'm not putting too much pressure right in that cracked edge, because I don't want to break that seal that I just created with the base coat. All right, at this point, you could go back through with another coat of your base coat, or you can use the Manicure Fiber Gel. And I'm going to use a coat of the Fiber Gel because we've got an enhancement here. I want a little bit more durability. So I'm going to use a coat of the Fiber Gel to really just enhance this and really hold that cracked edge nice and secure. And we don't have to do a thick layer, but just a nice thin application, just enough to seal in that rescue patch. This one I do want to come right down through that edge because there was a little bit of a corner and I want to make sure that I'm sealing in that corner. Now, if you need to, you can grab a gel brush or even your liner brush if you feel like you want to bring that a little bit more right around and just kind of capping that little edge where that crack is so that you're really sealing right around that edge. And I like to give my fiber gel just a couple of seconds to almost settle out. I don't want them to completely start to self-level, but just to give a nice smooth surface finish. And we'll get that into the light for 60 seconds. All right, so our fiber gel is cured out. So now at this point, we can't see the texture of that rescue patch. So that's why we used either the fiber gel or the base coat to seal that patch in. So you want to use something to seal that in before you go on to your gel polish. Now, just like we did with our natural nail, if you need to, you can cleanse the nail with the swipe and do a quick little file or buff just to kind of remove any of those rough edges. And then you can go into your gel polish, or if you don't have any of those rough edges, you can go right into your gel polish at that point. But I am going to grab my 150 grit file here. Or sorry, this is my 180 grit file. So either 180 or 150 grit. And I am going to go around those edges to clean up those edges, making sure that that rescue patch wasn't hanging off those sides. And I'm also going to make sure that that little cracked edge is clean so that there's nothing that I'm going to catch right at that edge. But you want to make sure that you are leaving a little bit of texture for our gel polish to adhere to. So if you do use the sponge side, I would still go through and just create a little bit of texture with the file side before you do your gel polish. I'm gonna dust this off one more time, give it one more cleanse with our swipe. Make sure that is nice and dry. We'll go through with one more coat of our protein bond just to make sure that our gel polish is gonna adhere really well. And then we'll go ahead with 2 coats of our color and our top coat just like we did on our first nail. We'll cure that for 60 seconds. Okay, we'll do our second coat of color. Again, curing for 60 seconds. We'll finish our nail with 1 coat of our top coat. And again, curing for 60 seconds. So we finished curing our nails. There's no tacky surface to cleanse off the nail. You can't feel that rescue patch underneath. It's nice and smooth and finished. And now you know if you crack a nail, you can always repair it with the rescue patches and your gel polish.